Okay, so oh yeah, I introduced it though. That really throws off the amnesia. How about you call for me to intro it, and I'm like confused.
Yeah, well,
We'll start with you being like Ben. Ben.
Yeah, I was gonna say, be like, Ben, you're supposed to introduce the show.
I'll do that thing like in fucking Two Towers where Pippin or Mary or whatever, they're the same guy, is like Gandalf, is that you? And he's like, I know that name. But no, I'm not Gandalf. I'm Gandalf the White or whatever. Like it's like, okay. Like that's the same name, buddy.
Honey, we're home.
Honey, I'm home. Where am I? Who was that talking just now? Who's Honey?
Ben, that's you.
Hey, oh shit! But Tim, I know. I recognize you.
You're supposed to intro the show.
Which show?
The bonus episode of Sinclarity.
Oh, so we're still doing Sinclarity, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I knew that everything I learned about today, recovering from my amnesia, wasn't going to be positive, but I wasn't ready for that one. I was kind of hoping that maybe we get picked up by HBO or something, and we're doing like a show about like Alf or something. I don't know.
No, at the very least, we might make it onto the Last Podcast Network.
The very last one, or like, is that something based on those Loud Nerd guys?
The loud nerds.
They should call it Loud Nerd Network. I like that better. I can be a loud nerd. I've done it. I've been that person.
There aren't enough loud nerds in the world right now.
There aren't enough. So, which episode of Dinosaurs are we talking about today? You said I'm introing. Should I do that now?
Yeah.
Okay, I got this. Hey, howdy. Hi, hello, yo, what's up? This is Ben Hand Up Me from the podcast Sinclarity, A Dinosaur's Tale. We're here with me, the person I just announced, and also this person over here. Who are you?
We're gonna need another Timmy.
Cool. I think that we have enough Timmy right here. Look at him, folks. Look at him with your ears.
Yeah, but we're not talking about dinosaurs today.
Why not? Isn't that what this? Did we? Oh shit! Did we beat the devil? Are we no longer stuck in this contract?
No, we did it. We couldn't get the right fiddle to defeat the devil.
Jesus Christ! So we're still stuck somewhere in the between then.
Yeah, somewhere in the between.
Sorry, that pun was a bit of a victory for me. All right.
Not Victory Records though.
No,
they suck.
Yeah, that's the podcast label we'll be on. I'm gonna stop myself as if I was thinking in fiction. I don't remember 2 minutes ago when we were talking about the podcast thing that I realized no, that's not how fiction works. This is real life.
Yeah, we're pro fiction on this podcast.
We are pro fiction and we're profound, and we're also profoundly interested. If anybody knows whether or not it's offensive to pretend to have amnesia, let me know after this bit is over. I mean, it's a video game about like a pig or something.
Well, Ben, what do you remember?
Okay, I remember. What day is it? It's like the New Year's, right? Right now, this first day of the new year.
It's Sunday.
I remember finishing season 3 of Dinosaurs. Sunday does not tell me the date.
It's Bloody Sunday.
Bloody Sunday. Is that like a British holiday?
Yeah.
They celebrate like Maz and what do they call the other guy? Maga?
Bono?
No, Paul McCartney. He's called like Macca in England.
Bono and the Edge?
I don't know who that is. Isn't that the members
Edge
of Guns
is
N'
not
Roses?
Edge. It's very sad that the Edge isn't Edge.
Oh, he's not straight edge?
No.
Should we tell people?
He should be. His name is the Edge.
Yeah, that's true, but isn't that also a wrestler's name?
Edge.
Is he straight edge?
He's not the Edge. He's
But is he straight edge?
No.
There's only one straight edge wrestler then.
CM Punk.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not true. There are more straight edge wrestlers.
Like they claim straight edge, or they like.
But that's not their gimmick.
Stone Cold.
No,
that's the least
Stone
straight
Cold
edge.
Probably should be straight edge.
Then he'd have no gimmick. What? He's just sitting there hitting himself in the head with like fucking like that shark beer, whatever that beer is. That's alcohol free.
No, Liquid Death. He could just take. Oh yeah, sparkling
that should be your
death.
thing. You could be not stoned cold, and then you just hit yourself with a bunch of Liquid Death.
Thanks, Liquid Death, for the sponsorship.
Yeah, thanks for the sponsorship. Also, they were my sponsors at AA last month too. Which is okay. So I do remember that it's New Year's. I was hanging out with you at some kind of like sober bar, and it was in Chicago.
I think that's just called a restaurant.
Yeah, I forget what you people call that place. Yeah, it was a restaurant, like a McDonald's, because Applebee's is definitely not a sober bar. You're at McDonald's, so you were eating what? You were getting French fries and telling them to make them without salt?
Absolutely nothing.
You have to tell them that whole thing where you don't want salt, so they have to actually make them without putting fucking hamburger grease on them.
You can't eat anything at McDonald's.
Because, well, I think you can. I think even their meat's not real.
It's soon it will be
pink
not real.
Goop.
Hey, wait, Ben, you're from Kentucky, right? Have you tried the vegan chicken at KFC?
Oh, we don't have KFCs in Kentucky.
Oh no,
we just have
they're just called. It's just called fried chicken.
Yeah, it's just called fried chicken, and Mama makes it. She makes it hot. So, oh, you know what? I just found the cure to that 4-week amnesia, which is asking you what the premise for today's episode. What are we doing it about?
Today we're talking about Defunct Land.
Oh fuck! Now it's all coming back to me.
Jim Henson series, episode 5.
This is
about
this Kevin Perjurer's whole thing, right? That old guy?
About the Muppet Babies. It's about Muppet Babies.
Muppet Babies. What would you?
It's loosely about Muppet Babies. This whole episode was kind of everything surrounding Muppet Babies. I feel like it.
Yeah, it's picture Muppet Babies are like the blonde girl sitting on the couch, and everything surrounded it is those guys standing behind the couch. You know, like in that meme.
Right.
That fuck meme.
Which a professor wrestler posted the other day.
Oh, nice.
When someone said 9 sacks, and she posted the photo underneath it.
That would make you think of that gif of like that all those hot dogs flying at that lady.
Oh, you mean Lindsay Ellis?
I was worried that was Lindsay Ellis, but I could not be sure.
Yeah. Well, the gif is, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. Well, my brother asked me if I was able to edit the meme so that it was him being hit with hot dogs. I'm like, we can film it, buddy. Like, we got $2. We can get a pack of hot dogs. I mean, I'll go broke, but still.
Yeah.
I'm no punk Rockefeller, but I'm something.
That's me. I'm on the punk Rockefeller.
You're punk Rockefeller.
Punk Rockefeller.
You're the 1%.
Yeah.
What's the you're the 138%. We all 138.
Oh God.
I just made them British.
You making British misfits joke? Oh, because of the show.
Yeah, you had to make everything British. I would like to say, in terms of Muppet Babies, was that the first thing to be like, here's the thing, let's make them babies? Like, is it like, did we have baby versions of things before this?
Probably.
This is pre-Tiny Toons.
Yeah.
You still get pregnant from pre-Tiny Toons. I just had to get that out there.
Oh,
it's illegal for us not to say that.
Baby go down the hole.
Is that a Tiny Toons thing?
Yeah. What about you never even seen Tiny Toons, have you?
No, Istanbul was Constantinople.
Oh, that episode, yeah, but you don't know the
I know the one where it's like please pull up a chair and sit on the floor, like blah blah. It's that I remember that poem where everything is like an oxymoron. I remember they're always like, "Hi, doctor."
Hello, nurse.
Oh yeah, that's it. I was close.
Oh yeah. Well,
I think doctors deserve respect too.
But did you ever watch Muppet Babies? the show?
Yeah, I do remember. I always thought of it like in the sense that I remember like the legs of the woman you'd see all the time, but no woman.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is like this and Peanuts really confused me about what adults were supposed to look like.
I didn't know it was the lady from Leave It to Beaver.
Well, because you
Just
can't see her
interesting.
face.
I know, but she's in the voice, and it's weird.
What are
But
some other shows where you only see the parents' legs?
I like vividly remember Muppet Babies as a kid, just like the reruns on Disney Channel. I think they did. Yeah, I vividly remember that.
I remember Cow and Chicken. You can also only see the parents' legs.
Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah,
That's a bit. And Ren and Stimpy.
Cow and Chicken was just Ren and Stimpy for idiots.
Yeah, well, it was Ren and Stimpy for Cartoon Network kids.
Yeah, which is kids with cable money.
It's a different breed of child.
Like a werewolf. Or like a Harry
Remus.
Potter. Remus, I hardly know us.
Remus.
I can't believe he got to be named Remus and nobody made fun of him for that.
Well, and his last name is Lupin. Come on.
That's true, Remus Lupin. And people are mad that she called that girl Cho Chang. They should be mad for whatever race Lupin is. I like how like J.K. Rowling's never heard. She's like Harry, a basic name, cool, got it. And then just Ron, basic name, and then she's like Hermione, Lupin,
Harmony.
Yeah, Harmony Korine from Harry Potter.
Severus.
Well, originally that it was going to be several snakes that just followed him around in class.
Well, he is a Slytherin Nazi.
Did you know about Muppet Babies? Here's something Kevin Perjurer won't tell you. Ready? So he does start the video by talking about how Frank Oz is busy doing he's doing the third Muppet movie, Muppets Take Manhattan.
Yeah, Jim basically was like sick of his shit, so he was just like, "Here, you direct this." He's like, "I'll perform in it, but that's about it."
Yeah, and Frank was like, "Fuck yeah, dude! Look, I'm gonna make it all about characters and stuff, and like no Muppet mayhem and
no bits."
And everyone was like, "Here's my money." Kind of upset about the lack of running on bits. Callbacks are a big thing for the Muppet gang.
I have seen it though, and it is good. But
yeah, I remember that one pretty well.
But yeah, it also I love it because I didn't know this before it came out. Like they made a whole gimmick out of Piggy and Kermit getting married at the end of the movie.
Yeah, it was on tabloids and shit.
The tabloids, and they like do interviews and stuff like that. And, like Kermit's just like, no, we never said marriage. It's very weird.
Yeah, I'm glad that worked out for them because they did make their money back pretty handily with this film too.
Yeah,
which is good for Frank Oz. He got to continue being a dick or whatever.
He did, and he got to be like a pretentious director. He always wanted to be.
How many Muppets movies were there like that you consider real Muppets movies?
You got the first one, Caper, Muppets Take Manhattan.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
The next one after that is Christmas Carol. That's the first one after Henson's death.
Yeah. Muppets in Space.
Before that's Muppet Treasure Island, which I saw 2 copies of at the thrift store the other day. I almost bought one and then was just like, sorry, Bill Beretta, it's just not that good. Loved it when I was a kid though. Yeah.
I like it's fine.
I feel like I won't like it now. I haven't seen it since I was little.
I like it.
Oh, well, yeah, but we normally don't agree on a lot of the media that we enjoy.
But yeah, the whole point though of Kevin talking about that though is because out of the whole movie, the one thing that people seemed to latch on to was a flashback where all the Muppets were babies.
Yeah, which like we said is I guess this might be the first like time we have like a baby versions of things be like a big. Why are people into that? What does that speak to as our culture? Where it's kind of like how we overbreed dogs to be more puppy like.
Instead of the monsters that I own.
Exactly, you're little monsters that are definitely like the result of bad inbreeding. I think.
Yeah. Uh, but people loved it, and I think Jim recognized it, and he knew he could merchandise it, so they did, and he made a shit ton of money off of that.
Yeah,
which he was always doing.
He used to be like a Bill Watterson type, like very against any merchandising or like trying to limit it, and he would have to be shown every thing and just say yes. But then eventually he's just like, damn, this money is hot as fuck. You can just do whatever I want. Like I can just buy and sell humans. Like he just got really into it.
Yeah, and he made a lot of money. Like he made a bunch of money on the Dark Crystal, and like he was still making money off of Sesame Street. So
but what did he not make money off of in the 80s that they talk about in this video?
The Labyrinth.
Yeah.
so they talk about how he wanted to do something like not like a follow-up, but he wanted to do something similar to the Dark Crystal, but make it maybe more appealing to a wider audience.
A wider audience, in my opinion.
No, why? Well, I don't know. But it's funny that came up because I was watching that last weekend, Labyrinth. And
and we were discussing whether the acting was on purpose.
Yeah, like I was just saying that the acting was pretty bad.
I mean, it's bad, and I remember it being a thing. People just said when I was younger they were like saying that it was intentional, but I don't know. Maybe that's
I don't think so.
I believe because I wanted to.
I think Jennifer Connelly was just very young and inexperienced.
She hadn't gone ass to ass yet.
This
is pre-Requiem.
Plus, she was, acting with puppets. Those are her.
That's not easy.
But they out act her though. Like they were better actors.
They've been puppets for years. She's a new actor.
But yeah, the movie was basically a flop, despite all the cool, like, innovative things that they did in it. But it's an okay movie for sure. Underappreciated, I think.
Did you what do you think about the sequel?
I've never seen it.
It's not out yet. It's there. It was originally Lisa Henson was producing it, but it was Fred Fido, the director of Evil Dead 2013 and Don't Breathe 2016. Alvarez.
Oh, that means it sounds like it'll be even darker than it actually is.
I think they were supposed to make it like, because people said that the little fucking Terry Jones, who was it, who came in and wrote like some jokes for it.
Yeah, he wrote for it.
Yeah, that it took away from the tension too much.
Because they wanted to be more like, they didn't want it to be as dark and serious as Labyrinth as Dark Crystal.
Yeah, so they're having a lot of trouble matching tone for this movie is really what it is.
It's basically, I feel like the thing I get is that Jim Henson wanted to do things that weren't as silly as the Muppets, and he had like all these fantastic ideas, but when it came to actually putting it together, like a story and stuff, it never really panned out.
Yeah, he was definitely a character and world creator, but not like a story developer. Like,
yeah,
his stories were all pretty like generic. They weren't like, I mean, that's why so many of his movies were about getting the gang back together and trying to get a show or whatever. Like, that's he writes what he knows.
Mm-hmm.
So he must have trouble with the story. That's true.
Yeah.
Well,
he always had a good team around him, but apparently not good enough, I guess.
I mean, I think the Labyrinth, or just Labyrinth, I think is what it's called. I don't think there's is probably that, and the movie Grease might be the movies I've seen more than any other movie in the world. Like, I could do every line from the Labyrinth and like other than say the name without saying the before it. But like, it's my sister's fault. I'll blame her.
Yeah.
I was the youngest, so I didn't get to choose what was watched. It'd be heresy. It just stuff was
It
put
was
on.
it was definitely better though that they did not get Sting, because Sting would have sucked in that part.
Imagine Sting in that movie.
It would have sucked.
I think that's the only reason it maintained a cult following was because of David Bowie's weird character in that.
Yeah,
With the big dick.
Sting has like no personality, so like
Hey,
it would
just tantric sex. That's all it would have been.
Exactly.
It would have been way worse. Okay, so you said the acting was bad. How did you feel by the end of the movie? Was it worth watching?
Visually, yes.
You have to see the scene where those fireys thrown around to their heads. It's one of my friend's moms is one of them.
Yeah. Well, they showed backstage footage of that, and I was expecting to see her.
You don't know what she looks like. So.
I know, but
you're like it's a white woman. Yeah, I'm looking at Fire Gang on Wikipedia right now, and they don't look like women at all. They all look like these weird. I couldn't watch that scene as a kid.
Freaked you out?
I left the room. That was one scene I couldn't watch. I couldn't watch the scene in Roger Rabbit where it's not Jessica Rabbit, it's some different redhead that chases him. I thought that was so scary. Oh, ugly woman? Ah! I would leave the room and hide.
You gotta run away from those ugly women.
But the Fire Gang, they're gonna take off her head, and they look like one of your dogs or something. They're terrifying looking.
Yeah.
Or like a fucking Jenna Marbles dog.
Well, it's pretty crazy though, because like, so he did Labyrinth, and then like it felt like he just kept going and going. Like he did so much shit in between then and everything else that was like going on, including like the launch of the Muppet Babies TV show.
Oh yeah, and then they had Little Muppet Monsters,
which I've never seen.
Didn't they say only 3 episodes actually ended up making it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the rest of them, Toei Animation didn't get all the videos done.
Yeah, and it wasn't very up. It was like wasn't up to par, and also the voice acting was different in the live action shots as opposed to the animation shots. The voice acting was different, so it was like very weird.
Yeah, I mean, like this just doesn't work. What Frank Welker? Isn't he has he done Kermit since then for anything?
I don't know, but it was very weird from whatever the audio that they played.
Yeah, it was really like just juxtaposed right next to each other.
Yeah, I do like that Howie Mandel was on the original cast of Muppet Babies though.
That is, I mean, like he was everywhere as far as animation went in that period of time.
I know.
And then Dave Coulier got added too.
Dave Coulier, yeah.
It's Coulier, I swear.
You think he was
No, we're gonna have another argument about how his name's pronounced because you keep doing this. It's been like 50 episodes since last time you did this. It's Coulier.
Do you think Alanis Morissette was going down on him while he was doing the voice acting? In a theater. While he was doing the voice acting.
Yeah, that's how he sounds like that. Oh yeah. It sounds like Bullwinkle. You know, this Frank Welker is known for Megatron, Galvatron, Shockwave, Reptile from Mortal Kombat. Like, just do a normal voice, Frank. He's also Scooby Doo. he's been Scooby Doo for a bit.
I think the animation studio was also doing Transformers, so that kind of makes sense that he was on it.
Well, but he's in the movies, the big ones, the ones with the thumb chick and even Steven.
What did you say? The thumb chick?
Yeah, the chick with the thumbs.
Well, most people have thumbs, man.
Are you not aware of Megan Fox's sexy thumbs?
Even monkeys have thumbs. Like,
Even monkeys have thumbs. Even birds do it. Even trees do it.
No. Birds do not have thumbs.
It's a thing like that. She has interesting thumbs.
Oh, is that why she's getting married to Machine Gun Kelly?
That makes a lot of sense.
I thought it was their blood because they were drinking each other's blood.
Is that a thing? What are you talking about right now?
I don't.
Isn't
know,
Machine Gun Kelly just the Underdark version of Travis Barker?
Everything I know about these people and their relationships, I never asked to know about. Like I've never.
Tim, I got a question. In your head, does Best Week Ever still air? Like in your head, like you just see your own version of it.
Paul F. Tompkins all
Yeah,
the
he just
time.
every time you're going to sleep, he just pops up like, "Let's talk about this week." Tim had to box this thing at work. And then
Can you imagine what Nickelback did?
And then it cuts to a scene of Nickelback, but you don't know what they're doing, so it's just them like playing poker. Like, that's probably what they do.
Yeah, those things were popular at the same time. Yes, that's true.
Yes. But I would like to say, oh no, was Jenny Slate in the revival? Hell yeah, man! Jenny Slate was in the Muppet Babies revival.
Really?
Did you know that? I don't know. There's a picture of her next to the article title. Maybe she just watched it.
I don't know, but that's the thing is like there was so much going on. Like not only was Muppet Babies, but then they had like the first Sesame Street movie.
I never saw it.
Have you ever seen that, Ben?
No, is it good?
There's a scene in the movie that me and my friends thought was hilarious where Cookie Monster, like it's all about, so Big Bird wants to run away from Sesame Street. So he just like hits the road.
This looks familiar. I think I've seen it.
And they go to get in the car and they have Cookie Monster with them, but then Cookie Monster decides that the car is also a cookie, so he eats the entire car. And I thought that was hilarious.
There. Wait, you and your friends car. Like this is recent or when you were kids?
That was a couple of years ago. I think when I was like living in Orlando or something.
That's a while ago.
We watched it. It was like, what an asshole. Why would you eat the car? It's not even edible. Nor is it a cookie.
Everyone makes mistakes.
A Volkswagen Beetle.
He
needed Kermit there. He needed Kermit there to set him straight.
There was a human named Kermit Love who was in that movie, but his real name is Kermit Love. You think he was cast because of his name?
Is that like a love child of Jim's?
Love child? That's right. That's my impression of Vince Noir from the Great British Bake Off or whatever. I don't know. I'm looking at cameo guest stars from Sesame Street Presents Follow That Bird. Waylon Jennings was a truck driver.
Hell yeah.
That's hilarious. Chevy Chase is an asshole. No, he's a newscaster. Ooh, it had John Candy. John Candy as a state trooper. That was my Family Guy reference real quick there, if you didn't catch it.
See, Cookie Monster could have eaten him.
I mean, somebody eventually did. Death.
Oh, that's not funny.
I know. Hopefully Chowder Grotto doesn't listen to this.
Yeah, Chris Candy.
Chris Candy Bandy. I've played with them. The Chris Candy Bandy. He should have called it that. I'm gonna get his number and text him real quick.
But
what else? He did the Wonderful World of Jim Henson. Is that what it was called?
Yeah, well, he did. It was like a behind the scenes show, but then like after the failure of Labyrinth, he made a show with his daughter about bunnies, and that's where we got Bean. It was
movies in 30 seconds starring bunnies. No, it was I don't know. Did you see that one?
Sex. No, I've never seen it. I just know that's where Bean came from.
Who's Bean?
The rabbit character.
I don't know him. I don't think I noticed him.
He's in Muppets Christmas Carol.
I have that one on VHS, but I haven't seen it. I saw it on TV a lot when I was a kid, but I don't remember it that well. I think it. I always remember the Scrooge McDuck one more.
Mickey's Christmas Carol.
I don't know if that's what it's called, but yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Tale of the Bunny Picnic is what it's called.
That's it.
Yeah.
But we also got The Storyteller, which was like awesome, and people loved it, but no one was watching it.
I never heard of this. How'd this not come up by now?
I don't know. I've never seen it either. I don't think. I think it was on like HBO or something.
It starred John Hurt as the storyteller.
Yeah, and it had like a bunch of just like weird puppets and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why Jim started that Wonderful World of Jim Henson, so he could like promote the show because no one was watching it.
And they tried. I think it was called. Oh, never mind. Did you know there was a thing called Jim Henson's Fantastic World that was a traveling exhibit in 2007 that we didn't get to see because it stopped in 2012?
No.
Should we talk to Bill Beretta, get this thing going again? Maybe we can work for it. That's our future.
Clearly.
That would actually be the best possible future, to get to travel around showing people a bunch of Muppet shit. Other than the travel part, because I think we're both kind of like, we just want to stay home. But, a tour is fun.
Yeah.
So we got the Wonderful World. I think it was just called The World of Jim Henson. I think he wanted that Disney thing. What was that, The Wonderful World of Walt Disney?
Yeah, he wanted it to be like the show where Walt Disney just showed you how they made everything. Like
it's
in
just
the parks.
It's just like them killing children and draining their blood into like a big vessel. I've seen it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how they they had a bunch of children make golden oaks, like the living area. That was just all kid labor. Kid labor is the name of my fictional character now.
Kid labor?
Kid labor here.
KIDD.
Kid labor. Don't let it fool you. I'm an adult goat.
Smoke cigarettes.
I'm a goat that smokes cigarettes. I'm not a real kid. I'm not for kids.
If you say you're an adult, you can just buy cigarettes.
Yeah, you just give them a post-it note from your mom. I remember doing that when I was a kid. My aunt would send me to the store with a note to get her cigarettes.
Don't worry, it's for me.
I turn around smoking 3 of them at once. Like, what's up, buddy? I'm a cool kid.
It just says like, don't pay attention to the child. It's for me.
But so we got this Toei animation, these Muppet Babies. They try to do the Muppet Power Hour, the Muppet Babies, Muppet Little Monsters. Only get 3 episodes in, but like Muppet Babies was a hit. I think we got like 5 seasons of that motherfucker.
8
seasons. Wow.
Yeah. He got enough to go into syndication because they got 100 episodes.
The Cookie Monster ate a car, and this show 8 seasons. That's a good transition.
And they were like adding characters and stuff. Like they added Scooter's sister, Skeeter.
Mm-hmm.
They added a baby Bean.
Imagine you had a kid named Scooter, and you're like, let's name the sister Skeeter. Like, okay.
Like Phil and Lil.
Oh, man, that's stupid, too. You're right. If I had twins, though, I would probably make them have funny names. Like
Phineas and Ferb.
Mooch and the Gooch.
The Gooch. Hey, Gooch. My mom's a twin, and her name's Jean, and her sister's name is Janet.
They look the same? I got a good story about twins.
Maybe to someone who doesn't know them very well, but I can tell them apart.
My landlord, his mom is a twin, but his mom's sister smoked a lot of cigarettes, drank whiskey throughout her life, and his mom married rich and got plastic surgery done, so they look nothing alike. His mom looks 30.
I wish I looked
really
30.
Fucking funny. I know. Someone was in my room the other day, and she was like, "You look 19." I was like, "What does that mean?" Like, it's not even a compliment at this point. Like, I just am a forever baby.
You are way too tall to look like you're 19.
I was the same height at 19 as I am now.
I'm just saying though.
That's not how that works.
You're like such a big person that like I can't see anyone.
Yeah, personality wise, a big personality shines through.
You and Zach are massive human beings. Like I didn't realize how tall both of you are.
Yeah, that's why
both of you.
We're gonna be the big boys of comedy. That's our thing. We're gonna record a podcast at Frisch's. So I gotta say, this is our quick little intermission during the episode because we forgot to get caught up on each other's lives, and it's been like 4 weeks or whatever. We're gonna be recording this episode with a guest star soon, and we're originally doing it out of sequence, but now I think we'll get to be in sequence.
It seems like it, yeah. Because
I
we were
prefer
supposed to do that last weekend.
I'm glad I drove into that power line. I mean, I'm glad someone drove into that power line. Imagine if I instead of just making up a power outage, I drove into the pole to make
You
it.
drove because you didn't want to do the interview. You didn't want to do the episode.
I was just like, oh man, how do I get out of this? It's not like they're 800 miles away and I can lie. I'll drive into a pole.
I know. I'll drive into a pole. When you said power line, I thought of the character from the Goofy movie. Yeah.
I mean, I think of that. Stand up and shout, even if you gotta say it out loud. I feel like you now doing the songs during the episode. But that just makes me think of the beats right away, and then I get sidetracked about. I love fake bands from things.
I need more allowance.
Yes, Killer Tofu's the song that changed your life. That's how you became a vegan. Killer Tofu.
There's that When We Were Young fest poster with all the.
Oh, that's what we should talk about, right?
That you've seen that one though with the fake
no, I didn't. Even, I only knew about the When We Were Young festival because I saw people posting about how there were people posting about it.
Well, I like the conspiracy theories that it's fake.
It's Fire
Festival. It's not real.
I heard that some bands didn't know about it till they were on the poster.
It's Firefest. It's Firefest too.
Electric Boogaloo, no electricity Boogaloo. Firefest is a dream come true. I was so happy about that.
I would have went if I was
if I knew it was going to be a scam.
If I was a Zoomer who thought it was just going to be a cool party with influencers.
Yeah, I love the videos from broke people who somehow got there. Like somebody gave them a ticket and they thought it was hilarious that people were not able to live this life. You're just I don't know. It's pretty basic here. I feel like I'm at home.
It's just a sandwich with American cheese on it. What's the big deal?
Yeah. I've been to jail, buddy.
These people have never camped at the Harvest of Hope campground. Clearly.
So, I would like to say, this past week, anything happened in your neck of the woods? Anything big? You get any new Legos? You find a new cat or anything?
No new Legos. I still haven't finished the ones I got for Christmas.
How do you finish them? By putting them together?
Yeah.
Do you take them apart ever and redo them, or do they stay together?
No, that's too much work.
It is, because you can't just use the guide as easily anymore.
Yeah, you have to totally deconstruct everything.
Have you ever done it without a guide? Just fucking wing it?
No, it's impossible.
No, there has to be somebody out there.
No.
Dustin Hoffman ass motherfuckers out there doing it.
The designs are way too intricate. There's no way you can know how many pieces you need of everything.
It'd be fucking tight, though. I'm gonna do it. That's my new goal, is to put together the Death Star without a guide. First, I need $1,000 to buy it.
$1,000. So you're gonna spend $1,000, and then you're just gonna guess. You're just gonna guess.
Yeah. I don't want. And guess what? Whatever it turns out to look like, that's the Death Star now. Sorry, buddy.
It's a whole lot of gray.
Speaking of George Lucas, we use that to bounce back over here. He made Star Wars, and he did not make Spaceballs, which turns out is not that good. It does not hold up.
It's Mel Brooks. What do you want?
Mel Brooks has my favorite movie, Young Frankenstein. He did that one.
I don't like that one.
That's my favorite movie of all time, except it's too long.
I think History of the World is the best.
I never saw that one. Speaking of George Lucas, he was brought in to help with the Labyrinth because Jim Henson respected him, his creative mind, and wanted to be renowned in the same way. And it was beneficial. This partnership was beneficial because then he also got to just use clips from Indiana Jones in the Muppet Babies the year it came out.
Yeah, which was one thing that I actually remember a lot about the Muppet Babies.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Specifically the one where they go to Dagobah for some reason. Yoda's there. And they follow Yoda, and it's very weird.
How did they shoehorn that in? How did Frank Oz convince him to do this?
I don't know. It's and then you saw some of the clips from this episode where they spliced the Indiana Jones footage with the cartoon, and it's literally just the Indiana Jones footage. They didn't put the Muppet Babies in there. It's just them
in front of it.
Yeah,
I really got to watch Muppet Babies. I don't remember it at all. I didn't know it was a home movies type show, which I like. I enjoyed the concept for the Muppet Monsters too that they talked about. I wish that one had more legs.
Yeah, and like Home Movies, Muppet Babies has an awesome theme song.
Home Movies theme song. My friend and your friend Robbie would play that on guitar all the time. And the Bob's Burgers one. It sounded for a second like you were doing Daria to me.
No.
Na, 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 na. That's a good theme song. If you're into grunge.
Yeah. Standing on my neck.
I guess it's more like it's very Washington is what I'll say. Very 90s Washington.
Very
music.
Washington.
Very George Washington, not the state.
But yeah, so Lucas and Jim were like two peas in a pod, and I feel like it made sense because kind of like with Jim, George was like more of an ideas guy because all the movies that George Lucas directed are not very good.
I mean, A New Hope isn't bad. I mean, it's kind of bad, but it's like I like it. But like it's the prequels. I know that this is a hot take because they're like renowned as the best part of the franchise, but like they're not good.
Yeah, and like it's because he directed them. Like if he gave it to someone else to direct, the movies might have been better. But
like Spielberg.
But yeah, and like we were saying with Jim, like Jim will create this thing and then he'll just like walk away from it, or he'll just perform in it from time to time, but he won't like actually have control over it.
Yeah, he's better at just the world building because like I mean this is shown again with the storyteller that we were talking about because he's like I guess kind of in it. Brian Henson's a dog in that, so that's interesting. Career trajectory.
I'm glad he got a job finally.
Yeah, I mean I've deadbeat, but anyway, with the storyteller, it's another thing where he set up the correct crew and stuff, and then he was able to just let it run, and it was good. And like,
no one watched it.
No one watched it. He tried to amp up viewership later on with the implementation of the Wonderful World of Color or whatever. He did Jim Henson's
The
Hour.
Wonderful World of Color.
That was Walt Disney's Wonderful World of Color.
Disney.
That's what eventually it became called. But what he talks about in the video I thought was interesting is like, so like Fraggle Rock ended up like the Muppet Babies was successful enough that they didn't have to deal with any weird changes that were happening at HBO. They could just end Fraggle Rock like 5 seasons in. Kind of was like 2 short seasons at the end. It should have been 4 seasons, but they kind of cheated there. But they were able to end that and just focus on Muppet Babies, even though Fraggle Rock did have like a quick TV like cartoon spinoff on NBC. I never saw. Yeah, just 1 season, just in '87, just real quick.
It didn't look very good, like visually.
No, it didn't. But like around this time, Muppet Babies also like season 4, they like switched from Toei Animation to ACOM. Do you know who they are? They're a Korean animation company. Their biggest claim to fame is they animated overseas 200 episodes of The Simpsons.
Really?
And parts of the movie. Yeah, they also did 11 seasons, the first 11 seasons of Arthur. Did The Tick, Tiny Toons, Animaniacs, Batman the Animated Series, the good one, and 6 of the Land Before Time movies. So this company, like, that's kicking ass, honestly. They didn't make the show bad when they switched to it either. Like it wasn't like, you know, something they did to like decrease the quality or anything. It was just a company that was able to handle it.
Yeah, I mean anything's better than the regular Muppets animated series they made. That was really bad.
When was that one?
That was in the Muppet Monster show.
That was just they just had the Kermit and them animated as like. I was very confused about that Muppet Monsters. Like I thought it was about those monsters in a basement making movies or a sitcom or something. I didn't get it.
Watched other shows. They watched like cartoons,
like clips.
Yeah,
like Crank. No. Like what was it? Shorties watching Shorties?
you were gonna say Crank Yankers.
Close enough. Do you remember Shorties watching Shorties? It was bad. The animation style I really am like turned off by for that.
Yeah, but I do remember the they did do the Mitch Hedberg Ducks.
Yes, which was entertaining. Yeah. I remember the Dane Cook Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah, well everyone knows that bit, right?
Yeah, because that's like went viral, right?
Well, viral in 2004 or whatever, 2003. I
You
don't
know
know.
that
I remember listening to that album in the school parking lot in like high school. Someone
last
just had
week
it. Like
you just hang out in the parking lot of school last week is what
just
I got
because
from it.
just gotta have a book about straight edge doesn't mean anything, man.
Okay, good point. Good point. I would say that just a quick important information is that the two babies that hosted that show were Patrice O'Neill and Nick DiPaolo. So the world is hilarious.
There
You
wasn't a
know,
third person. I thought there was.
no, it's just two babies. They weren't people; they were babies.
You know, Patrice O'Neill. He worked for WWE.
What do you do for them?
He was like a writer.
Oh, like he wrote like the matches and who would win and stuff. A fixer.
No, he wrote like the dialogue, like the scripts and stuff.
Wait, the wrestlers don't write their own dialogue?
No,
Are you sure?
not in corporate WWE. You know,
Why not? Like that seems like it'd be easy to do. It's usually bad.
because some people aren't very good at that, and some people are.
I feel like I would be pretty upset if somebody else wrote my lines as a wrestler.
Some of them need it. not everyone is an actor, you know. Not everyone can.
I mean, that's the
like,
job, though. I guess actors don't write their own lines a lot of the time either.
Yeah, like what you think? You think fucking Brad Pitt's up there improvising?
I bet he's done some ad lib. No, that dude, he can't have a brain. I won't allow it with everything else he has going. Yeah, exactly. He has so much going on. He's a great actor. Hot. That like it'd be terrible if he also could think.
Tyler Durden.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I call him. Do you ever just like say to like a boy like Fight Club is bad to see how he reacts? Boys hate that. I like Fight Club, but I won't admit it.
Yeah, you can't admit that kind of stuff in public.
It's pretty good though, not gonna lie.
Just like you can't admit to liking Muppet Babies because you're an adult.
Somebody did today ask me they're like, you like the front bombs, right? And I'm like, I didn't tell you. And I was like, I don't tell people that. I was like, you can't prove the shit.
Who are you?
I immediately just like got like a very defensive about it. I was just like, I don't want to talk. I'm like hiding the artwork I did with lyrics from the front bottoms from like 10 years ago under my bed.
Just, at least you don't. Did you ever get compared to front bottoms when
playing
music?
No, I did get called folk punk once at a show. Like it was on a flyer for a show. It like described the bands and mine said folk punk.
Oh, that's a fate worse than death.
Yeah, I got that once. I've been compared. Somebody today somebody asked me if I knew who Jeffrey Lewis was, and I felt offended. And somebody asked me that, and I was like, Jerry Lewis. I thought they meant the French guy.
Jerry Louis Dreyfus. Yeah,
that's the guy the French like. Is that mashup? That Dave Chappelle mashup.
I think someone kind of compared Gutless to the front bottoms once.
You sound nothing like them.
Or modern baseball.
Also nothing like them. I would say you sound like Jeff Rosenstock.
We got mad about
that. Sound kind of Jeffy, kind of like who else? Really, Jeff kind of covers it.
I guess so.
You're very Jeffy band. Not to be confused with the Jeffy EP by He Who Should Not Be Named. You're listening to another Style podcast.
Boulder Matt.
Do you remember the part in Chamber of Secrets where Ginny Weasley is like, woke up in the morning feeling like Tom Riddy? You don't remember that part?
Now you're just quoting your Facebook posts on here?
They're mine. I'm legally allowed to. I mean, it's not stealing it if it's my thought I had. I just couldn't save it till today, till like we got in a call, or I would have done it then. I just think it's genius. I think that Kesha should have been in the movie.
You think so?
I don't.
She was relevant by then, by at least the last movie.
Not by the second one though.
Yeah, that's true.
She couldn't have been that old. Like, how old is Kesha? Like, is she older than us? She's your
I'd say
age.
yes. She's my age.
87.
So she could have done it. She would have been in high school.
She'd have been like 15 when the second one came out.
Middle school. Yeah.
Yeah. But like that song is definitely not a song that she would have written at 15, like brushing her teeth with a bottle of Jack.
You don't know that, Ben.
That's true. I was at 15
You know
doing that.
Yeah, you know some bad kids.
I'm joking. I've never brushed my teeth. I wouldn't presume to do that. But
you shouldn't.
Yeah, I won't. But so we have they had the animation taken over by the Korean company, and then Jim Henson that year was inducted into the Television Hall of Fame, which include like a bit where he checks in on all his creations from around the world, like London for the Muppets and like New York for Sesame Street and like outer space for like the fucking Fraggles. I don't know.
And they're also all there at the banquet too. They're like all in the audience.
Yes. I also, I don't remember if we talked about it or not when they had all the Muppets together for the 30th anniversary. That was discussed in this video, which was interesting.
Was that the same thing or no?
No, it's a different thing.
Mixing them up.
It's a different thing.
Okay. That was the one with where it had
Yurik
from the Yurik.
That was the thing I took away from it too.
Kermit's just like, hey, where's Yurik? And he's just like eating something.
Yeah.
Like looking scary as fuck.
I just like how one of the comments on how Kermit looks better now than he used to. Like, why is that? Being a Muppet. But we got him in the Hall of Fame, and then the same year did the Muppet Family Christmas, which I've never seen. But what I can tell, it looks better. It looks pretty good. I've seen the Christmas Carol. I have it. I just haven't seen it since I was a kid. But the Muppet Family Christmas, I guess, was like a parody of that one movie with the guy from Community in it.
That asshole from Community.
Yeah, that asshole from Community. Yeah, the one who's in the DuckTales show. No, not that guy. He doesn't seem like an asshole. The Chevy Chaser.
Chevy Chase.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that he does not find Community funny at all, and he did not enjoy doing it. And I was like, what a jerk.
Me too. How ironic.
That's why he quit the show after 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I can't believe they replaced you with Joel McHale of all people.
It took 3 seasons to realize, you know what, this show wasn't very funny.
I'm leaving.
I didn't stop The Simpsons.
I think people listening to the podcast don't know, but you do look exactly like Joel McHale, so it was an easy replacement.
No, he's way more handsome.
That's bullshit. I was gonna make the same joke, but then hearing it from your mouth, I was like, it's wrong. It's
yeah, he's not very handsome.
No, he is. I'm just saying you're more. Jesus, don't. Hey, we don't have to take down other men.
I know, we gotta lift them up. You know.
Yeah, don't be a pick me ass Tim.
They get enough guff out there.
it's hard out there. Yeah, go easy on the guys.
I wouldn't want to hurt his feelings.
They don't even know how they don't even know how to act in public anymore. Can they hug someone? They don't even know.
They don't even know. How do I make a joke with a broad?
How do you study abroad? Keeps moving.
I'm the FBI, the federal breast investigator.
I think it's female body inspector.
Oh, are you sure?
What would CIA be in that? Cum and ass. Nope, not good.
That's not what men do.
For some reason, in my head, right after you say that's not what men do, I hear like a song starting up. Like it's like that's not what men do. It's not what men do. Yep, exactly like that. And then we have a little song break. Finally, it's been a while since we had a song break on the show.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. No, it's been Hand Up Me. And so we also get like so during the 7th season of the Muppet Babies, we get Statler and Waldorf, who is both played by Dave Coulier. And what?
Dave Coulier.
It's Coulier.
Coulier.
It's no G. There's not a G in his name anywhere.
Dave Coulier did every single voice on the show.
I mean, he ate all of the ones that were Howie. He absorbed them.
He's Ditto.
Yeah. I don't think that's what Ditto does. You're thinking of Kirby. Wow, you just got Ditto and Kirby confused. I just caught you. I'm a Pokemon gatekeep you again.
I'm not a real fan.
I forget what I got you on last time, but I got you somewhere.
I don't know.
I definitely got you pretending to like Pokemon. This whole time I knew you were faking it.
Yeah, I can't even name 5.
Oh, I mean I can't either, so that's fine. But so now that we're I think 8 seasons is what they got out of that show, right?
Yeah.
8 seasons
8.
of Muppet Babies.
Enough for
100
them
episodes.
enough for them to syndicate it, which they did, and that's how I saw it as a child because it was syndicated.
Yeah, it pushed it into the 2000s, and the final episode saw the babies working together to build their own theme park. And the last line before the show's credits came from Nanny remarking, "What will they think of next?" Which isn't very creative, honestly.
No.
But it also is noteworthy because it reused the scene from the Kermit the Frog Private Eye segment from an episode of Little Muppet Monsters, which had resulted in a single line from Kermit performed by Jim Henson. And that was
the last time he performed as Kermit.
Yeah, it was also notable. This was aired just over 1 year after he died. So spoiler, spoiler already. Jim Henson apparently dies.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't know,
nobody told me. I assumed he lived forever.
I mean, he does with his creations.
Well, that's the idea behind the whole Jim Henson hour. Is he was trying to become more like Walt Disney. And like the whole thing that he was impressed by with Disney is how his characters were immortalized and lived on way well past him.
Yeah. Which also leads to the next episode where, well, I won't spoil it. But
don't spoil it. I haven't seen it yet. But
you'll see what happens.
But like, they kind of leave it on that cliffhanger here because he says something had switched in like Jim's brain recently in this whole thing where he was no longer like coming up with new ideas and working on them like his time was running out, but he was more focused on like leaving a legacy and like keeping his creators around well after he was gone. And he knew he couldn't beat Disney at this game, so he would have to join them. And then like, Kevin Berger drops the microphone.
Yeah, after he cuts his wrestling promo and they hit his music.
That's hardly a like a cliffhanger though, because it pretty much just says what the next episode is going to be about by saying that line.
I mean, it was always building to that anyway.
It was always building to that. The next episode. Well, that's what's the next episode? Is that the whole like the last hour or whatever it is, the last day?
Smoke weed every day.
What does that mean?
Oh, the next episode.
I get it. Like the Dr. Dre, Eminem, Exhibit, Snoop Dogg.
That's right.
The whole gang. They should do a Muppet Babies version of those guys.
Yeah, the Up and Smoke Babies.
If you could do a Muppet Babies version of anything, what would it be?
World War II.
I'm sure that's happened somehow.
Yeah, it's probably Disney.
But you don't mean as a show, you mean in real life. You want to see babies. You want to see it. Do you want it like World War I to happen first, or like
little baby Stalin in his diaper, his red diaper, with the mustache?
Just like I want to go further back. I want some World War I action in there too.
World War One,
the little baby
Franz
Black
Ferdinand.
Hand group assassinating Franz Ferdinand, the band,
the whole band,
baby versions.
Yeah. Are they like the Foo Fighters and Fraggle Rock?
The Foo Fighters. It's a baby version of them too.
Oh, Dave Grohl would totally do that. He would do that.
He would do literally anything.
Yeah, I think
that guy says yes to everything.
Yeah, he does.
He's the Nick Cage of rock music. Which means that he's amazing.
Yeah,
but
right.
here's some quick things since we're at the end of that. Here's a little bit of Muppet Baby trivia to end us on, since we feel like, I don't remember Muppet Babies very well. It's very significant because I think it started a whole new thing of like baby versions of things happening, and then reverse with Rugrats doing the all grown up versions,
which was not good.
I still watched it. I was so excited for like when the little short movie came out, the TV movie, and then I was like, oh, they're gonna make it a whole show. Tommy's like my age except older. I don't actually know. Maybe he was my age. How old am I?
What's my age again?
Like, I mean, your age-ish, right? Oh, he was man, I was way too old to be watching this show. I was 13. But
Yeah,
so no, I never saw it.
Nickelodeon. I didn't watch Nickelodeon after I was like 11 or 12.
Oh, you're so cool. You're
That's
like,
why
when we had Mike Brody on, who would have been the right age for dinosaurs, he was like too busy being punk in the 90s.
Like, that's why I always say like I didn't watch SpongeBob, because by the time that show got like really popular, I just like wasn't watching Nickelodeon anymore.
Well, SpongeBob's really good though. I had this conversation with someone today.
I have like no connection to it because
it's still, you would get into it now if you watched it. That's how good it is.
I'm sure I would, but I'm just saying, like, it was just like I just missed it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I had, was reading a trivia thing that said, along with Mr. Bean, Pee Wee Herman, Ernest P. Worrell, and Ed Grimley, don't know them, the Muppet Babies are considered to be one of the greatest family entertainers of all time, and they're just cartoon characters that aren't even real.
Muppet Babies,
apparently.
Not the Muppets, the Muppet Babies.
Yeah, guess
That's
what?
Weird.
Guess what? Well, so is Ernest P. Worrell and Ed Grimley. Who are they?
Wait, you don't like Ernest? You don't like Ernest movies?
That's not what Ernest P. Worrell is. That's
Ernest Scared Stupid.
No, but Ernest is what's that guy's name?
That's his name.
No, his name is like
Jim Varney.
Jim Varney.
Yeah, but that's the character. Is like the Muppet Babies aren't real people, Ben.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me that a Muppet fried all this rice?
The Muppets aren't real. Pee Wee Herman isn't his real name.
But why is Ed Grimley on this list? He's apparently just some character portrayed by Martin Short.
In what?
I don't know. He looks like Pee Wee Herman.
Is that the SNL skit?
It was apparently a Second City skit first,
where he looks like Alfalfa, or am I thinking of Martin Short's Alfalfa?
He had a comedy series, a Hanna-Barbera series in 1988 called "The Completely Mental Misadventures of Ed Grimley." How are these? Who made this list?
An idiot that thinks these people are real. They're not real.
This is the funniest list to me. That's like, I want to find edit it along with Sinclarity, Mr. Bean, Ernest P. Worrell, and Little Peep. How'd they
miss Mr. Magoo?
Here's another little thing. Kermit owns a toothbrush. We find out from it. Despite that, he doesn't have teeth.
Yeah, he
brushes his tongue.
No teeth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Piggy has teeth.
It had a 30-minute runtime, then a 60-minute runtime, then a 90-minute runtime because
That's
the
ridiculous.
Garbage Pail Kids getting canceled. So the closing animations for the first 2 episodes were changed because it was like animal, and he was now instead of saying like bye or whatever the hell he says at the end, he says no go bye more show. Okay. Which I guess like that's worth doing. I don't think they had to do that. I wouldn't be confused if he said bye and then came right back. I was a kid.
Bye.
You know, they never made an adult version of Skeeter.
Yeah.
That's weird. You think they'd just do that because they made a kid? I mean, I don't know. I guess it's really sad if you like watch them as adults and like you're like, damn, Scooter's sister died.
Yeah, she
got a skateboarding accident.
Yeah, at 12.
Yeah, and she was voiced by like Howie Mandel.
Like Bobby's World.
Oh yeah, I love that show when I was a kid. That's where I got that interrupting cow joke from. That's where I first heard it.
You remember they did an episode about Pogs?
Yeah, of course I do. No, I didn't remember that actually.
Yeah,
about PAWGS?
No.
Oh, about poggers, like like in the what's that?
I don't
Twitch.
know what that means. I don't know what that means.
I think it means cool. Poggers means cool.
Don't know what it means.
Okay, Daddy.
Pogs.
You know what else is cool? Splicing together one episode out of 3 different days of recording. So this might sound weird several times throughout, including right now, where I just jumped in to cut off a really bad outro that we did yesterday because we ended up running out of time and Tim had to go eat Olive Garden or something like that. I don't know what he does on his spare time. But yeah, so I'm just going to do the outro alone and better. Probably worse. It's probably not. I probably should have just left it. It was real awkward though, and this isn't awkward at all. So thanks to Zach George for editing our podcast. Typically, I might do the editing for this one just to save him the hassle because I love him and he has a new baby to take care of. But you can check out his podcast, Keystone Copycats with Chris and Zach. They're doing their Freaky Friday movies this season. So they're, movies about body swaps and shit. So check that out. It's on Spotify. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Podcasts. It's wherever you get your podcasts. And you can check out his band Waterson as well. They're very good. The Burnout Bright EP is excellent. Thanks to Scatoon Network for recording our theme song. It is a cover of the original theme song to the show Dinosaurs, which is what our podcast is normally about. But we took a little hiatus in between seasons 3 and 4 because the 4th is the final season, and we're gonna miss everyone. And we wanted to try to get as many episodes of this as we could because we, it's a fun little project and we enjoy doing it, and we appreciate you a lot. So thanks to all of you, as well as thanks to Amy Shenanigans for doing our logo with a little bit of my help with the puppets, and thanks to Stacy Zepernick for doing our t-shirt design. And the t-shirts are still available. You can hit us up on Instagram at A Dinosaur's Tale, Twitter at A Dinosaur's Tale. You can email us at sinclaritypodcast@gmail.com. If you're not getting a response from anyone, that's our fault. So go ahead and you can just email me directly at thisismynightmare@gmail.com, or you could find me on Instagram at Benjamin Idol. So, or don't tell anyone that my real name isn't Ben Hand Up Me though. And like I said, thanks to everyone for helping us make this possible, and thanks to everyone for listening to it and giving us a sense of purpose in our busy lives. And I will, me and my Timmy boy, we will see you next week, or we'll finish the Defunct Land series. Enjoy Going Extinct.